Hey guys, I hope all is well. Thank you for joining me in this Truth Talk episode. In today's episode, we'll be talking about hip-hop's dark forgotten past. Let's get right into it. Hip-hop has come a long way from its inception and has surpassed what many thought it would accomplish. When hip-hop first started, people thought it wouldn't be around for long, calling hip-hop just another fad. As we can see, they couldn't have been more wrong. Hip-hop is not only alive and well, but is the most popular genre of music in the US. Many people love hip-hop, but very few know its true origins, or how it all started and by whom. Hip-hop was created in the Bronx, about 10 minutes away from where I grew up myself. 3 men have been credited as being the creators of hip-hop: DJ Kool Herc, Grandmaster Flash, and Africa Bambada. These men are the founding fathers of hip-hop, the creators of the culture that changed the world, and they happen to be Freemasons. In this video, we're going to be mainly focusing on Africa Bambada. If you guys would like me to make a video on the other 2 founders, please let me know in the comment. In many different photos of Africa Bambada, we can see him wearing a hat that displays the Eye of Horus, a known Masonic symbol. He can be seen countless times holding the Anak cross, which is another Egyptian symbol heavily used by occultists. We can also see him in another photo throwing up a Masonic hand gesture while wearing horns on his head, clearly representing the beast. The more I researched Africa Bambada, the more I saw a connection to the OTO and Aleister Crowley. See, Crowley had claimed that the Egyptian gods were in contact with him, instructing him to write the Book of the Law. Just like Crowley, Bambada worshipped Horus, who occultists referred to as the sun god. We can see him time and time again in Egyptian-themed clothing or showing off the Anak cross. Bambada is an occultist and one of the creators of hip-hop culture. It might have seemed like the Masons took over hip-hop, but this isn't the case. Hip-hop was created by the Freemasons, and this is the reason the biggest artists can be seen showing their Masonic alliance. Hip-hop is looked at as one of the most rebellious genres of music. With rap music encouraging its listeners to do whatever they want, you can start to see a connection between hip-hop and the OTO. Crowley claimed that he was visited by an Egyptian god named Awis, who told Crowley that he would bring in the new order of the Aeon, telling Crowley that do what thou wilt will be the whole of the law. This means that Crowley was supposed to bring in a new spiritual age, and this new spiritual age was going to live by the motto, do what thou wilt, or simply free will, as he refers it in his Book of the Law. What this means is that Crowley was instructed by an Egyptian god to bring in the new age, an age free from sin, which is allowed to do whatever they want. Rock music was clearly created under these principles. This is why many rock stars openly serve Lucifer and are occultists. One of the most famous rock bands in the world, the Beatles, even famously put Crowley on their album cover for their album Sgt. Pepper. It is a known fact that the Sgt. Pepper they were referring to was no other than Aleister Crowley himself. The album Sgt. Pepper was known to have shaped the hippie movement in the 1960s. The hippie movement was based on Crowley's OTO as well. Crowley wrote in his Book of the Law that love is the law and love under will. This is what hippie culture represents, love and free will. Crowley influenced many of the biggest rock stars to date, like David Bowie and Led Zeppelin. I have done a video on David Bowie, and we can see how he clearly showed the world what he had done to be who he is. I think making an updated video on David Bowie would be a good idea, as he embodied the OTO in Crowley's teaching. If you guys would like to see an updated video on David Bowie, please comment David Bowie below. If 700 people comment Bowie, I'll make an updated video on him. Rock music was driven by Crowley's ideology of do what thou wilt. This is the same we see with hip-hop culture. Hip-hop spreads the same values as rock and roll and Aleister Crowley. Africa Bambada studied Crowley's OTO and incorporated his occult knowledge into the craft of hip-hop. Hip-hop was never infiltrated by the Freemasons. It was created by them. Africa Bambada has more in common with Crowley than just following the fallen angels. Bambada is not only an occultist, he is also a monster who preyed on the youth who trusted him. Africa Bambada has been accused by many different people of taking advantage of his position in the hip-hop culture. Bambada created an organization called Zulu Nation, which was essentially his crew that would host rap events, inviting over the kids in the neighborhood to have rap battles. Bambada was looked at as a god in hip-hop culture, being credited as one of the godfathers of hip-hop. So these kids would do anything to get on his good side. Bambada would take full advantage of that. Africa Bambada has been accused of taking advantage of his position to get his way with several different boys who would go hang out with him in his Bronx apartment. He was also accused of inviting over fellow Zulu Nation members to join in and have their way with them as well. I cannot go into detail about what he was accused of because of YouTube guidelines, but you can easily Google it. In 2016, Ronald Savage came out as one of Bambada's victims. He made claims that Bambada used his position to do things to him and others who entrusted in him when he was a kid. Another man by the name of Hanson Chambers also accused Bambada of doing the same to him when he was in his teens. He did things unimaginable to these young kids who just wanted to make hip-hop music and be accepted. I know Bambada was an occultist, and just like Crowley, he used those kids to get whatever he wanted. He used those kids to perform his demonic magic rituals. Bambada did this for years, and still to this day he remains a free man, unscathed. Hip-hop rarely talks about any of this, as we only see what shines when we look at it. Hip-hop seems to have forgotten the boogeyman, who is credited as being one of its creators. What Bambada contributed to hip-hop culture was to further Crowley's mission of bringing in the new aeon. Hip-hop is all about doing what you want and getting money at any needs. Crowley believed that men were as gods. Once they were enlightened, they can live life free from God's judgment. We see the same with the rapper lifestyle, as many rappers consider themselves gods who can do and have whatever they please. We have seen time and time again on this channel, rappers promoting destructive morals to their fans, guiding them to a burning end. It seems to me that hip-hop might have been created with this dark intention from the start. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching this episode of The Truth Is. If you would like to further support the channel, join me on Patreon, the link would be in the description. If you join before the 28th of this month, you could be entered to this month's monthly raffle, where you can win a shirt, a cash prize, and even pick a video topic. Also, please leave a comment below on your thoughts on this video and on any future topics you would like to see me cover on my channel. If you like this video, please hit the like button, as this helps other people find these videos. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified of future videos. Please follow me on Instagram at TheTruthIs01 and on TikTok at TheTruthIs. I will gladly appreciate it. Thank you. Goodbye.